Welcome back. Welcome to Loke. Reading the Bible with Loke. Alright. So we're starting again. We're starting where we left off. Going to be in 2 Kings chapter 6. Get right into it. Now the sons of the prophets said to Elisha, "Look now, the place where we live near you is too small for us. Please let us go to the Jordan, and let each man take from there a beam for the building, and let us make a place there for ourselves where we may live." And he answered, "Go." Go ahead. Then one said, "Please be willing to go with your servants." So he answered, "I shall go." So he went with him. And when they came to the Jordan, they cut down some of the trees. But it happened that as one was cutting down a beam, the axe head fell into the water, and he cried out and said, "Oh no, my master, it was borrowed." I don't know what that means. We're going to keep reading for context. You know how you cut it down, it was borrowed, so it wasn't you. All right, anyway, the man of God said, "Where did it fall?" When he showed him the place, the man of God is Elisha. When he showed him the place, Elisha cut off a stick and threw it in there and made that iron axe head float. Come on now. That boy out here doing stuff, ain't it? He out here doing stuff, okay? He made the iron axe head float. He said, "Pick it up for yourself." So he reached out with his hand and took it. Now, I imagine that it ain't a regular size axe head because of the trees that they're cutting down. I imagine this. So the Lord also strengthened the servant. That's just in my mind. Now the king of Syria was making war against Israel, and he consulted with his servant, saying, "My camp shall be in such and such a place." Yeah, remember that, such and such. The man of God sent word. I'm going to keep using Elisha until I see otherwise. Elisha sent word to the king of Israel, saying, "Be careful not to pass by this place, because the Arameans are pulling back to there." The king of Israel, this is the same king that little buddy with leprosy was like, he tore his clothes when he got hot, right? You know what we read yesterday? He tore his clothes, said, "Hey man, heal me with leprosy." He tore his clothes, who I look like. All right. Then the king of Israel sent word to the place which Elisha had warned him. So he guarded himself there repeatedly. Now the heart of Syria, the king of Syria, was enraged over this thing. He called his servants and said to them, "Will you not tell me which of us is helping the king of Israel?" One of his servants said, "None of us is helping him." "O king." But Elisha, the prophet who is in Israel, tells the king of Israel the words that you speak in your bedroom. So he said, "Go and see where he is, so that I may send and seize him." And he was told, he is in Dothan, like Dothan, Alabama. So he sent horses. I wonder where that name is originated from, their city. So he sent horses and chariots and a powerful army there. They came by night and surrounded the city. The servant of the man of God, so Elisha, his homie, got up early and went out, and behold, there was an army with horses and chariots encircling the city. Elisha's servant said to him, "Oh no, master, my master, what are we to do?" I wonder if he just throws a stick out there. The sticks keep. This is what I mean. All right, let's keep reading. Elisha answered, "Do not be afraid." There's so many times in the word where there's like, "Do not be afraid," even when it looks like this is gonna be your last breath. Don't panic. Keep the faith. It's keep the faith. Just keep holding on. Do one more sales call. Do one more. It's crazy, man. And it's repetitive. Yeah. I don't know. He really wants to get that across to us to stick with it. Stick with it. Do one more trip. Do one more phone call. See the kids one more time. Call the kids one more time. Try to call their mother one more time. Hey, it's don't panic. Don't fret. Okay. I'm off that. All right, here we go. Do not be afraid, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them. Then Elisha prayed and said, "Lord, please open his eyes that he may see." What you talking about, man? And the Lord opened the servant's eyes, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire surrounding Elisha. Okay. Opened the servant's eyes. Okay. When the Arameans came down to him, well, I'm looking like on time, 7 minutes. Came down to him, Elisha prayed to the Lord and said, "Please strike this people with blindness." And God struck them with blindness in accordance with Elisha's request. Why blindness, Elisha? Why blindness? Why not wipe them out? I mean, why put any energy into... Okay. Then Elisha said to the Arameans, "This is not the way, nor is this the place." Okay. "Follow me and I will lead you to the man whom you are seeking." And he led them to Samaria. All right, so this guy had a plan in place. When they had came to Samaria, Elisha said, "Lord, open the eyes of these men, so that they may see." And the Lord opened up their eyes, and they saw, behold, they were in the midst of Samaria. When the king of Israel saw them, he said to Elisha, "My father, shall I kill them? Shall I kill them?" Elisha said, "You shall not kill them. Would you kill those who have taken captive? Would you kill those you have taken captive with your sword and bow? Serve them bread and water, so that they may eat and drink and go back to their master." So the king prepared a great feast for them, and they had eaten and drunk. And when they had eaten and drunk, whenever I see drunk, I feel like they party a little bit, like they had a little bit of wine, like they turned up a little bit. I don't know. He sent them away. That's just my opinion. It's just what and then they went to their master. And the marauding bands of Aram did not come into the land of Israel again. But it came about after this that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria gathered his whole army together and went up and besieged Samaria. Now there was a great famine in Samaria, and they besieged it until a donkey's head was sold for 80 shekels of silver. Hmm. Okay. I told you you're gonna have to get through it. It's not like a wealth of knowledge of what's going on. All right, here we go. As the king of Israel was passing, so I'm taking it just by what I got from that last little, is that things were really bad. They were so bad that a donkey's head was 80 shekels. So I'm assuming that the going rate was probably like, 150. Like they got half off, something like that. That's just my guess. That's what I would guess. And a fourth of a cab of a dove's dung for 50 shekels. All right, as the king of Israel was passing by the city wall, they got like, not quotations, but the other ones. What do you call those? All right, not parentheses, but but they're square. Wall. A woman cried out to him, "Help, my lord, O king." He said, "If the Lord does not help you, from where shall I get you help? From the threshing floor, or from the winepress?" And the king said to her, "What is the matter with you?" She answered, "This woman said to me, give your son so we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow." Wow. This is a real famine. So we cooked my son and ate him. The next day I said to her, "Give your son so that we may eat him." But she had hidden her son. When the king heard the woman's words, he tore his clothes. Now, I'm trying to just think about, all right, I'm already over. We'll probably continue. I'll probably stop right there. Just about like what kind of time they was on, because if a random homeless person, well, I still think, something to that level I would involve, but I just think that's crazy. I want to finish. All right. Don't want to, because tomorrow I'll try to get into it. I may not have the same. I want to find out. Y'all eating each other chaps. All right, so let's go. And, don't excuse the profanity. It's just because I curse a lot, and they slide out. So it ain't nothing. It ain't like I'm trying to emphasize anything. It just slide out. I'll try to work on it. What are we at? 14 minutes. Okay. Showed it and lied and hit her son. Said, "Your son today, my son tomorrow. No problem. We got it. Bet. Run it. Let's go." She didn't change her mind. King hot. Now he was still walking along the wall, and the people looked at him, and he had on sackcloth underneath that robe. I had read about sackcloth one time. It seemed like some pretty cool pajamas. I'm just saying. That's what I think of it. Then he said, "May God do so to me." Sorry, I felt like he just tore his clothes. He was on something. You know what I'm saying? "May God do so to me and more also if the head of Elisha, the son of the Shaphat, remains on him today." I don't know what that means. May God so do to me and more also. Okay, so kill me and Elisha. Now Elisha was sitting in his house, and the elders were sitting with him, and the king sent the man ahead of him. What? Why is Elisha involved in this situation right now? He ain't got nothing to do with some random shorties who had issues. He don't got nothing to do with that. Okay. Elisha was sitting in his house, and the elders were sitting with him, and the king sent a man ahead of him to behead Elisha before he even got there, because you don't want to see that type of smoke. You already know what this dude doing out here. But before the messenger arrived, Elisha told the elders, "Do you see how this son of Jezebel, murderer, has sent a man to remove my head? Look, when the messenger comes, shut the door, hold it securely against him." He like, bro, lock the door, put this thing on, put it, you know what I'm saying? Put that on there. Is not the sound of his master's feet just behind him. Okay, so he know he done sent already. When Elisha was still talking with them, we're going to go a little over today. When Elisha was talking with them, the messenger came down to him just so I find out what happened to this little dude. I got to find out what happened to this dude. You know, kid, you know. All right. When Elisha was still walking with them, the messenger came down to him. Followed by the king. And the king said, "This evil is from the Lord. Why should I wait for the Lord any longer?" You out here wilding. All right, now we on 2 Kings 7. Then Elisha said, "Hear the word of the Lord." I believe he was really, I think he was real calm. Hey, man, hear the word of the Lord. Thus says the Lord, tomorrow, about this time, a measure of a finely milled flour will sell for a shekel, and 2 measures of barley for a shekel at the gate of Samaria. Then the royal officer on whose arm the king leaned answered the man of God and said, "If the Lord should make windows in heaven for rain, could this thing take place?" Elisha said, "Behold, you see with your own eyes, but because you doubt, you will not eat of it." Now 4 men who were lepers were at the entrance of the city's gate. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. It's getting kind of, I don't want to go too long. I want to keep these real short. We're gonna save the rest to the next one, and then I'll start again at 2:7:3. So 2 Kings 7:3. Yeah, because that. Whose arm the king leaned. Oh, so he kind of leaned on King, who was all loud, and said what he said. The Bible's saying that for a reason. So, probably like a little, you know, like you nudge a little buddy, like you trying to make a joke. You know, like you, hey, man, hey, look here, what? How you meet your girlfriend, man, and you nudging? Yeah, like now you playing. I think that's what we talking about right there. All right, cool. We're gonna get into it tomorrow. 2 7:3. Got it. Reading the Bible alone.